What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk. Colossal Boxing Talk is associated with Three Kings Boxing under the movement umbrella, and I am back. I haven't did a hangout, in a few weeks now. I'm gonna start trying to do more of these. Some of the guys from the movement may jump on. If not, it's all good. I did a quick recap of Dillian Whyte versus Lucas Browne. But I want to expand on that a little more, and hopefully those guys can join to give their perception um, of the fight and what they think is next. But we all knew going into this fight that Dillian Whyte was the favorite. He was expected to win this fight, and he did exactly that. I didn't think that it would be so one-sided as it was, but Dillian Whyte, who is 29 years old, came out with an obvious game plan to work the body of the much older Lucas Browne, who turns 39 years old next month. And you can tell that ever since Lucas Browne has been popped for testing positive for steroids in an 8-month span, twice within an 8-month span, the physique, can't even talk. The physique is definitely changed. You know what I'm saying? He was a little flabby, looking in this fight. My boy Wilson just joined. What's good, Wilson?
What's going on, fam? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Just talking to the people about this fight, but I didn't get too far into it. Did you say you just wrapped it up? Just wrapped up watching it?
I've been watched it. I was watching the video on the page go viral.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's a crazy ass thing.
It has over 1,000 shares.
Oh yeah, and everybody, this one of the Three Kings, one of the co-creators of Three Kings Boxing .com and the whole movement in general. So make sure y'all go subscribe to eastwoodboxing.com. Subscribe to threekingsboxing.com for your latest and greatest in boxing news. But yeah, man, what is your thoughts on the fight?
Oh man, Browne was out of shape. Obviously, he looked at fat, sloppy. He was very slow. If you notice, he kept getting caught with the right hand, and that's because every time he threw a jab or he feinted, Browne would just duck down straight, and he was wide open for that right hand. So it was a dominating performance by Whyte. I thought he clearly won every round from start to finish. He beat the man down and then gave him a little nap. American style, man.
Yeah, man. I was like, damn. He just felt like a sack of potatoes, man.
Yeah.
And 2K mentioned in the group chat that the physique of Browne has definitely changed since those steroids.
The PEDs, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he looked flabby. He looked like he just came from, they were saying during the telecast he was a bouncer. He looked like he just came from bouncing, at the club and just, put the gloves on and came right in there to fight.
Yeah, man. I looked it out of shape. Like I said, man, he looked very slow. He always has, though. But in this fight, man, it just seemed like he really didn't have an answer and went there to pick up a check and got put to sleep for it.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, he called himself trying to switch from orthodox to southpaw, which was funny as fuck. I was just, like I said, I didn't expect too much. I thought it would be a barn burner type fight. Both of those guys. I think Whyte is better, but I didn't
lopsided.
think that much. Yeah.
It was lopsided beatdown, basically. I wanted to say he systematically broke the fighter down, but damn, he only went 6 rounds. So
exactly.
So he just broke him down completely. I think he had him mentally beat by the 4th, and by the 5th, it was just a matter of time. At some points in the fights, I was like, well, you could go ahead and stop this right now if you want. You know what I mean? So it's a good performance all around by Whyte, man.
Exactly. Now let's look at the landscape, the future of the heavyweight division going forward. I don't think neither one of these guys are going to make too much, noise other than, being a talking point and getting knocked out. But if is anything, I know this is a funny question, but we got to do is just to try to talk up a potential fight between him and Wilder because that seems likely next. Is there anything that you've seen tonight that from
Well,
Dillian Whyte that could potentially cause problems for Deontay Wilder?
no. Just from the length, he's gonna have a hard time getting on the inside. I think Wilder has a nice jab. Uh, you'll see it more against a Dillian Whyte than you would against a southpaw like Luis Ortiz. There was a method to why Wilder wasn't throwing the jab the way he normally throws it in that fight, but we'll get to that in another time. I don't see. I'm one of those guys that always say, "Man, Wilder, don't go over there unless you're going over there for Joshua." But you know what, man? Why don't you go ahead and go get that quick payday? You know what I mean? It's either going to be Whyte or Dominic Brazil. So either one of those two guys is next.
Exactly. And my thing about that whole situation is if they do indeed take interim fights, I would hope that they have an agreement in place. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah,
feel like
I don't know. I think you heard me talking about that before, where I told guys that if I'm Wilder, the only way I signed up for that fight, or I signed up for that fight, if you could tell me, okay, if you beat him, you get Joshua next, and you actually put it in the fucking contract.
exactly, and that's what Wilder. I think he's been wanting. That's why he didn't fight. I guess Dillian Whyte the first time is, yeah, they offered him $4 million, but obviously, he got his eyes on the prize of being, an undisputed champion, and maybe to him that's more than money. You know what I'm saying? That means more to him than money, which and nowadays in boxing, that's a rarity. You know what I'm saying? They want the money and the accolades, but this is a
Man,
business. You got to give and get something. You got to give up something to get something.
see, if I was a professional fighter, man, you could keep the accolades. Just give me the dough.
Hey, this is the hurt business, so man, I can't. I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, man, all of a sudden, I mean, let's be honest, the heavyweight division is horrible, but we could have some pretty interesting fight. Um, they could even make Brazil versus White. You know what I'm saying? And let them duke it out to see who gets the number one spot. So,
Exactly.
so there's some interesting fights. Tonight was one of them. I thought Lucas Browne would have came in a little more in shape. After I saw the weigh-in yesterday, I knew that wasn't the case. So I knew there was a chance that the Browne could catch him, but that wasn't even you know what I'm saying, a remote possibility tonight, man.
Oh yeah, you can tell after the first round, man. He came out. It was horrible, man. It
It
looked
started
like
slow. And
yeah,
for about a minute and a half, it was like kind of a slow round. Both guys feeling each other out, throwing the jab out there, and then White just took over it in the first half, in the second half of the first round. Even cut him, right?
yeah.
That was in the first round. That cut, right?
I
So
believe so. Yeah, yeah. It
yeah,
got
yeah,
worse.
yeah. It got worse as the fight went on, man. Tonight.
And let's switch topics real quick because it's kind of what you wrote in your article about the whole Canelo Alvarez, but it's not on that subject. But when you brought up the,
Sanctioning bodies.
yeah, but when you brought up White versus Brazil,
Oh,
potentially to, fight as the final eliminator, but Brazil is with Heyman, who is very powerful. White is with Hearn, who is very powerful. Do you think
that fight will be in the UK.
Yeah, no. What I'm about to say is, do you think if that fight doesn't happen, does that mean
No,
Wilder?
no, because you might get Brazil versus Wilder or
Mm-hmm.
White versus Wilder. Um, right now, before tonight, the front runner was Brazil.
Yeah.
They were gonna play that whole lawsuit, bad blood, type angle to build
Mm-hmm.
up the fight. Um, After tonight, man, if Wilder could go over to the UK if he wants and pick up that easy 4 mil, or that fight could happen in Brooklyn on sometime this summer, and Joshua will probably be on that card because Eddie Hearn's whole idea was he wants to have both of them on the same card, feature both guys, and then after that, go from there.
I hope so, man. Because every time you hear something from Eddie Hearn, it's everybody except Wilder. It's
the man talks in circles.
Exactly. He contradicts himself.
Right. One day he'll say, "Yeah, we want Wilder," and the next day he'll say something completely fucking different, man. But that's what happens when you eat a lot of tea, when you eat a lot of crumpets and sip a lot of tea.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. Because I know he was talking about he didn't want the hype Wilder jumping in the ring next weekend, but then I was reading where he was like, "Well, Joshua loves the you can yell at him from the press conference." I mean, that's hype. That's hype. What you call it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, isn't that like a complete contradicting statements by both about Joshua saying what he said, and then the next day I think it was Hearn saying what he said. I mean, if you look at that statement, it's utterly ridiculous. If I'm Wilder, I'm jumping in the ring. I'm talking hella shit. I'm gonna get disrespectful because if you want the fight, man, you're gonna have to force it.
Why they're gonna get in the ring, man. Unless they just got some people that just say fuck it.
Unless security don't let them.
Yeah, but then I don't know why they wouldn't. Unless he had a history of just when he confront people, he get violent. But I mean, a little trash talk ain't never hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Tyson Fury did it to Wilder way back. Before he got into those issues with the suspension and the drugs and all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Interesting, ain't it?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see these guys face to face, be able to look each other in the eye and really see. You can't gauge too much off of that, but I mean, to really see that, them finally kind of face to face, because I don't think they ever met or been close to each other like this. So I hope Wilder get in that motherfucker, man. And ain't nothing wrong with the WWE type entertainment.
I don't mind it, man. I actually welcome it. I hope it happens. I'll be right there to pay close attention to it. I look for the body language in both guys, man. But I mean, we all know the fight everybody wants to see at heavyweight. So
exactly, man.
It's already gonna make money. My guess is Eddie Hearn wants it to make way more money.
I mean, shit. It's just I don't know how much more he trying to get, man. I don't know.
It's the hurt business, so like you said, but you gotta remember one thing, man. Joshua, his cash cow, man. So he gonna make sure it's worth his while, I guess, in his mind.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, hopefully we get the fight this year, but knowing Eddie Hearn,
probably next year.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I guess that gives Wilder, more of a chance to build his name, I guess. But
yeah, and Whyte called Wilder out too. So
of course he want that. I mean, like I said, anything can happen, but I don't see. Nah, man. Whyte can't fuck with Wilder or Joshua. I mean, Joshua already proved that. And yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I mean, it'd be a good fight though. I mean, why it lasts?
Hey, man, we're talking heavyweights. It's good. It's good for the sport. The heavyweight division all of a sudden has become a little interesting. Mm-hmm. People are starting to pay more attention. The heavyweight division drives the sport, drives the casuals. For some reason, they love the big man. So if we don't get that this year, man, we definitely better get it next, man, because I'm for one getting tired of all this marinating bullshit.
Yeah, man, Bob Aaron, man, he started this shit, I guess, with first to my knowledge, and and now everybody want to marinate overcooked shit.
Yeah.
Shit, Joseph Parker, man, he the forgotten man. We ain't gonna go too much into that now.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, we'll probably get into that throughout the week.
Just put like this: the boxing guys got a way of working everything out, humbling people. So
yeah. We can't even overlook Joseph Parker, even though I do favor Joshua by a lot in this fight, but we can't overlook him.
Oh no, man!
I think you wrote an article on that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I wrote it because I was thinking because nobody really give him no chance. I don't say I don't give him no chance, but like I'm with you, I favor Joshua. Joshua should win, but like
anything can happen, right?
And this heavyweight boxing, any perfectly landed shot, night,
Yeah. So yeah, And keep in mind, if Parker lands that shot, he's not 41 years old. So
Nope.
Coming off a layoff, so he'll be able to pull the trigger.
And he faster. Any faster than Joshua, in my opinion.
He's going to need his movement because I don't know what's going to happen when he gets caught.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of getting a little excited as the fight. You know how some of the fights you don't look forward to, and then fight week roll around, and you start to really think about it, break it down just a little bit.
Every goddamn fight.
Yep. You get excited, like, okay, maybe because we all love the underdog, man. We all love to just, if not the winner, but just, give us a good fight. And like I said, man, we haven't really.
Man, I wasn't. I'm not a big Golden Boy fan. You probably know reasons why.
Yeah.
You probably know the reasons why, but something to do with emails and shit. Thursday night, man, when them fights were coming on, man, it was like whatever through the whole week, and I was like, oh, I'll cover this shit. When them fights came on, man, I got excited, like, oh shit, boxing, let's go.
Exactly, that's how it is. I just love that shit, man. It don't matter. That's why I told my girl before she went to work, like, man, look, I got to watch these fights. You know what I'm saying? And
people don't understand, man. Like, we had that good Canelo piece that C-Bone, I put out yesterday on the website 3kings.com, 3kingsboxing.com. And then we broke the news on the suspension, right?
Yeah.
People don't realize that we were actually having that conversation the whole entire day. Because,
we were. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what we do. I mean, we do this shit 24/7, even when we're not on channels or things like that, man. Shit, I haven't been on my channel in a week. I'll get back to that tomorrow, probably. Eastwick Boxing Talk right here on YouTube. But man, this is what we do, people. We all have jobs and shit, but this is like our main job.
Yeah, that's the goal. This is what our passion. This is drawing us together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Amongst other things, but like he one of the leaders, along with our boy 2K and Boxers Boomhauer himself, Chris Henderson. So they leading the ship, man, and we doing our jobs, man. So you definitely, if you don't see us on YouTube, you can catch us.
Yeah.
Eastwick Boxing Talk.
Hey, yeah, we lost a couple, but it's okay, man. We keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Well, man, I'm gonna wrap this up. Don't want to prolong it too long. Like I said, you already know where to reach my boy Willie. Eastwick Boxing Talk. YouTube. That's right. Facebook. 3kingsboxing.com. Subscribe to that daily. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking any other boxing outlet, but 3kingsboxing.com is where it's at. So subscribe daily for your latest and greatest boxing news. Unbiased, unfiltered, the way it should be reported. Shout out to our boys 2K from the Prodigy of Boxing Talk, Boxing Boomhauer, Chris Henderson from Four Corners Boxing Talk, my boy Bo, Truth and Facts About Boxing.
Wait. When you say that motherfucker's name, you can't say my boy. You gotta say my grandfather.
Hey, the elder statesman, grandpa. Hey, one of the remaining Cuban fighters.
The motherfucker that will forget a statement he said 2 minutes later.
Can't pronounce the names either, man. So
Bandu Jack, baby.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Samuel, Shad, Eric, who just joined the squad. Anybody I forget?
Malachi.
Yeah, Malachi. I can't. That motherfucker, Boomer Sooner, rude motherfucker. That's my boy. Shout out to him. And shit, if there's anybody else I missed, man, my apologies. But
nah, fuck that. That's their fault.
Hey, what my boy Willie said. Hey, but subscribe to Colossal Boxing Talk, Eastwood Boxing Talk, Prodigy of Boxing Talk, True Facts About Boxing. Make sure you check out Willie and C-Bone's show every Thursday night. Go and plug that in for me, Willie.
Yeah, every Thursday night, man, we're on Block Talk Radio, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. If you live on the West Coast, you'll figure that shit out on your own. 6 motherfuckers, y'all dumb. Yeah, Four Corners on Block Talk Radio, man. We do a great job. We interview fighters, our managers, and whoever, man. Just come check us out, man.
sir. So shout out to everybody in the movement that's moving with us. Till next time we're out. Peace.